Alright guys, let's take a look at some of these messages between someone on IG and Celeste brother Matthew. Now, he seems pretty adamant that David did this to his sister. At first, I was not going to share these messages because this was a private conversation, but they are starting to circulate online, and I do feel like we need to bring awareness to this because this was a huge system failure. And this is something that we see a lot. This is something that I talk about on my page a lot while covering other cases, and because this case is so high profile, I feel like we definitely need to talk about this and get more people aware. So the conversation starts with this person asking Celeste's brother why David is following him and asks if it was really him who did this to his sister, and he responds back, yes, it was him because he found my account out of nowhere and followed me. He says he only met David in person once. This person asks him if the family knew about Celeste being with David and how she was living with him even though she was missing, and he says, I knew and went to the police about it, but there was, quote, lack of evidence, so it was waved off. He goes on to say that with all of the stuff circulating online about David now, he still doesn't think that law enforcement is going to do anything. And this is what I'm talking about. Huge failure in our system. All authorities needed to do was put in a little bit of effort and they would have been able to arrest this guy at least on statutory RAPE charges in order to protect this minor who he was living with. But instead, it seems like it was swept under the rug. Was it because he's a celebrity? Was it because he had money? Who knows? They then ask, how long has Celeste been gone? And Matthew responds, dead? Question mark, 2 weeks. And this correlates with the timeline that I put together where David actually had a 60+ hour of free space in between shows. Between, I think it was August 24th and August 26th. During that break, he could have gone anywhere, he could have done anything, he could have plotted something. This person then goes on to ask, was your sister in love with him and choosing to stay? And Matthew says, yeah, she was always saying that he was waiting till she was 18 to get married and stuff like that. Now, do I think that Celeste was really in love with this guy? I don't think so. I think that this is just an example of Stockholm Syndrome. She met David when she was 10. If you guys have been keeping up with the videos I've been posting here on my page, it did seem like Celeste started following David and joining his Discord server as a fan of his, and it seems like he just took advantage of her young vulnerability and the state that she was in of not wanting to be at home, which is typical manipulative behavior. Now, before everyone starts saying like, how do we really know that this is Celeste brother's account? Well, prior to all of these photos of Celeste circulating online, he actually sent photos of Celeste from his account to this page right here of his sister to prove that he is actually her brother. Of course, I'll keep you guys updated as information comes out. What are you guys thinking? Obviously, more could have been done, more should have been done by law enforcement, and I also feel like this is a situation where more should have been done by the adults in Celeste's life as well.
Today we're going to discuss GUS. So allegedly, Celeste's brother is saying that GUS is dead, but he didn't elaborate on that. So if Celeste's brother called the police about David before, did he call about GUS being dead, and how does he know GUS, and how does he know that he's dead? That little thing, that kind of gets me. Does anybody out there know who GUS is and receipts that GUS is dead or missing or what? And how old was GUS? How did Celeste know GUS? I'd like to know these things. A lot of us would like to know these things. And the thing is that it was mentioned about GUS before she went missing, correct? And then allegedly she was staying with David a while, so he would have already known about GUS. So, anyone got any dirt on GUS?
Text messages from Celeste's brother have now been brought to the internet. I'm not sure who her brother is texting back and forth with on these, but allegedly this is her brother. I'm going to sum these up really short for you guys, and you can pause and read them if you want. But basically in this one, the brother saying that he only met David one time, and he said he did go to the police about David because of the age difference, and basically there was lack of evidence. So they did nothing. In this one, they're still talking about the police not doing anything and that they still aren't doing anything right now to David. And that it's been 2 weeks since she has passed away. In this one, basically saying Celeste was in love with David and that she always talked about when she turned 18, they were going to get married. And they're talking about all the people in her circle that knew about this and didn't say anything. And the brother says that Celeste would never say anything, you know, to get David in trouble. And then this one, they're letting the brother know that there's a Discord with a bunch of information. They're still on this one talking about all the information in the Discord. And then this person starts sharing like a bunch of all the information from the Discord to the brother. As you can see here, sending all of that stuff. And some more. And some more. And then there's pictures of Celeste. He says, that's my sister. And then I'm assuming these messages here are with someone named GUS. And this person says, do you think this is real? The brother says, yes, I do. I know who GUS is. He's passed away. What happened? He got shot up and he's passed away. And then, do you think by David or just some other stuff? And he said other stuff. So that's just a quick summary of those messages. You guys, like I said, can go back, pause, and read them all the way through if you would like. But y'all let me know your thoughts on this.
Because look at this song. This song's lyric says, he might have you, but I've got your ghost. And then if you tie that back to the repost from his TikTok, where it's him chopping up and basically saying how jealous he gets, or he doesn't want to see her with another guy. And then he follows the GUS guy too, or he unfollowed him, I guess, because that's what they were saying. And then after that, you have the leaked text messages of her friend and him talking, where Celeste confirmed that she was having a relationship with this GUS dude too.
Someone recorded their DMs that they had with Celeste Rivas's blood brother, Matthew Rivas. They're just proving that it's his account. He has now since changed his name and privated his account. I won't be sharing what he changed his name to, but he is, you know, a lot of people were flooding his DM, so I'll read them out loud for you guys. Dude, why does David follow you? All respect to your sister, and I hate how shitty people are being. Was it really him? Jesus, all love, man. Matthew says, yes, it was him, because he found my account out of nowhere and followed me after all the news came out to you. Did you and your family know of your sister being with him? Like, she was living with him? All this shit is so confusing and disgusting. I knew and went to the police about it, but lack of evidence, so it was waved off. The fact that they went to the police, and the police didn't take it serious, is a sad thought to think, because all it takes is one person to take that serious and really take the time to investigate that, and this could have possibly been avoided. But you know, how long has she been gone? Dead? 2 weeks. This is another thing. There was a big misconception where a lot of people were saying that she had been dead for months. Apparently, she had only been dead when they found the body for 2 weeks. Dude's a weirdo. His songs all have weird messages and imagery. Damn, was your sister like in love with him and choosing to stay? I'm guessing it was all him just manipulating her. Matthew says, yeah, she was always saying that he was waiting until she was 18 to get married and stuff like that. How many people do y'all think realistically knew about Celeste and how old she really was? That's a scary thing to think about. That's a very hard thing to hide. Allegedly dating since 2021. But there was definitely people who knew. More proof that this person that they're saying it is actually Celeste's brother. He sent unseen pictures of her. That's my sister, dog, he says. Him tweeting in 2022. Just random, you know, this could mean anything. But him tweeting in 22. The original posts are gone, but he was replying to someone saying, I'm 14. I don't personally joke about being younger than I am, so that's a him thing. I don't know. Y'all take that how you will. Interesting. This is just more of the stories that she had posted on her boyfriend highlight with David. Not gonna lie, David kinda hot, too bad. This is again showing her finger with the David tattoo. You can't see it that clearly. I'll show you guys the high quality picture again. And it's the same ring of her hand with David tatted in red ink. The matching tattoos that they had where his says shush in black ink with what I'm assuming is a promise ring. And she has videos up of her with David at her. I can't stress it enough. David met Celeste when she was 11 years old. This is a picture of Celeste when she was 11 years old. Celeste Rivas, the victim that was brutally found, murdered in Tesla trunk. This is her at the age that David met her.